hockey fans, I'd like to thank you for tuning in. As the only game of the week for the Varsity Redbirds is tonight as we approach the old turkey holiday of Thanksgiving. And tonight the Redbirds will be playing the Belleville Lancer Maroons. I guess they're Maroons tonight. They're in the maroon jerseys. They were blue last time, so Redbirds coming in a little bit of a lull. It's the injury bug, the suspension bug has hit the team pretty hard here, Travis.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Injury bug being Aiden Tall. Freshman's really played well here in the early parts of the season. He's going to be out for a few weeks. And Keller Jacobs, Chris, I know I wasn't here Thursday, but you told me quite a bit about it. Unfortunate that Keller's out of tonight's game, so they got a lot of work to do. And puck possession is the name of the game in this one, Chris. The Redbirds were on their heels chasing the puck the entire game when we played this team at McKendree a couple of weeks ago. Redbirds have got to be better in the defensive zone, and their forwards have to get involved. You cannot leave your defenseman or your center back to do it all themselves. They got to be stronger on the puck, especially in the defensive zone. And they got to avoid the turnovers like always on their side of the red line. So get yourself puck possession by doing good work in the defensive zone. Make that outlet pass, and then work your butt off.
Absolutely, Redbirds up against it. They've been in, like I said before, they've been in a little bit of a lull. They've lost, 4 of their last 5 games. Well, even Jokic is trying to change it up tonight there in net as he's going to borrow Gavin Schrock's helmet for maybe a period or so. Maybe try to change the mojo on the team. Schrock, who's been having on a hot streak there at JV as the JV boys are rolling. So we're going to see if it transfer over. We'll have the starting lineups here as soon as we get going. We got about 30 seconds left in warm-ups. Travis, what you got?
Well, you got to have full buy-in from all these players on this one, Chris. We saw against Belleville, the shots were so incredibly lopsided, puck possession so incredibly lopsided. Jokic kept the Redbirds in the game, but we've seen it the other way this season too on the victories. The Redbirds have controlled the puck well, played very well in the defensive zone. We've seen them do well on the forecheck. We've seen them move the puck well. They got to move the puck tonight if they're going to be successful against this Belleville team.
Absolutely. There's the buzzer. So batten down the hatches, folks, as get ready for some Redbird hockey. It's the Turkey Bowl. We'll call it the Turkey Bowl since it's the only game of the week here on Thanksgiving week. So the Turkey Bowl will start here shortly after the, of course, standard MVCHA rules and regulations.
Well, I would say that our Turkey Bowl sponsors are Swanson's and Butterball, but they are actually Michael Ryan Exteriors, BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, and Off the Beaten Path Automotive. I wonder where that one's at, Chris.
I don't know, but I'm sure it's probably out there. That BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, they do a fantastic job as well. You know, if you're not happy with the size of your deck, they will definitely make sure they can make that deck bigger for you.
Nothing beats a big deck.
Speaking of decks, Dr. Dix has got the announcements here. Well, it sounds like a school board announcement, doesn't it?
Well, that is the man's profession.
Or so he says. Maybe he says that is, and then he really is spending all day in the poker rooms at the casinos hustling people.
Well, they call him the doctor. While they read the formalities, again, Chris, you can't stress enough, this is going to take, from the top and the bottom of your roster, all-in effort tonight to beat this team. Belleville dominated you in the last game. The score was closer than what the game actually was, so Redbirds have got to put their work in tonight.
Yeah, Belleville's off to a hot start here this season, so Redbirds are going to have to bring it.
I love that guy. I used to try to mimic him. I couldn't come close. Well, the national anthem is always better, especially when Charlotte and Lenore comes in to sing that. It's just beautiful.
Absolutely. And of course, with the suspensions and injuries, we're getting to see some of the freshmen get that nod on the starting line. Landon Thompson takes his turn here tonight, and in the place of Keller Jacobs, as it'll be Thompson and another freshman, and Tony Matthews on the wing. Caden Clark will center that crew, the junior, and then on defense, you'll have the big boys of the senior Morelli and the junior Ethan Tall.
Well, Thompson and Matthews both are very good at getting in the open. Thompson can really put in the work pound for pound. He's one of the toughest kids you'll find out there, Chris. Always working at 110%. Matthews is one of those kids that when he can find the opening and often is in the right spot, the puck's going to find him a lot tonight with a lot of pressure going Clark's way, if the Redbirds can find a way to move the puck.
Here we go. Off the opening draw, Clark will win it over to Tall. Tall sends it down in. Hubert will get a stick on it, send it around the end boards for Belleville. Thompson along the near side, kept in by Matthews. Thompson poking away at it. Oh, Belleville throws in front of their own net. Dangerous pass there. They'll get it out of the zone. Back to center ice, up ahead. Belleville looks to throw it through the middle. Thompson in the corner. He gets rode down. Belleville with it. Loose puck. Belleville trying to cut through the middle. Can't get a handle. And Morelli picks it up. Here comes Morelli up the gut. Drops to Matthews. Matthews rips one. Knocked down with the glove. Rebound by Thompson. Goes just wide. Big opportunity there for the Redbirds. Clark over to Thompson. Oh, just past Matthews' stick. That was a great effort. Tall back to get it. He'll put on the brakes.
What's a good first shift here by the Redbirds, Chris?
Tall off the boards to Clark. Clark through the middle. And Icecamp knocks that away from Tall. Back to Stevenson, over to Tall. Tall up the near side to Matthews. Matthews, he'll rip one off a shin pad. Belleville sends it back to center ice. The Redbirds are changing as Ehlers will bring it up for Belleville into the zone. Drop pass for Icecamp. He'll cut in the middle, throw one. Deflects high. And Johnson gets to it, flips it off the boards to himself, and then down in.
Just shy of the red line there.
Just a little early, and we'll have an icing call on the Redbirds. 12:21 to go, scoreless here in the first.
Well, I like how the legs came out in that first shift. Thompson out there with Clark and Matthews moving very well. Did a great job in the defensive zone. Got yourself a little rush back the other way. Morelli actually started that rush. Ended up being a great scoring chance with a big rebound in front.
And right off the draw, the Belleville team will throw it on net. Jokic will cover, will do it over again. It's Johnson on with Pollard and Steffen. And Stevenson and Widman on defense. Another shot off the draw. And then, of course, they try to shove Stevenson into Jokic. Doesn't work out. We'll do it all over again. Johnson off the draw, comes to the side. Oh, stolen there by Widman. Widman. He'll cut through the middle. He'll dump it down right on. Into the corner. Pollard after it. Bouncing puck behind the net. Steffen gets to it. Sends it over to Johnson. Up top for Widman. Widman tries to put it in the middle. It gets blocked. Widman stays with it. But Belleville's eventually able to clear it out. Pollard loses the handle, as in very indecisive there, and Widman gets it back out of the zone. Redbirds are changing. Belleville will reset in their zone, throw it down in. Dix back to get it. He'll throw it over to Morelli. Back to Dix. Dix, long pass. Oh, just past long. Belleville will get it. Send it back the other way, but it's right to Morelli. Back and forth action here as the teams are just throwing it back and forth to each other, trying to gain possession. Puck comes into center ice. Belleville will send it down in low. Dix behind his own net. Dix battling in the corner. He's got Dunham over to help. There comes free. Davis slaps it off the boards, but Belleville gets to it. In the corner, Belleville throws one in front. Still in front. Backhand and a goal. Bad turnover there from the Redbirds. And Belleville just walks in and throws it in, and it's 1-0 Belleville.
Oh, that was an excellent backhanded shot there too, Chris. He had Jokic going one way and shot against the grain. Very well placed shot, but yeah, once again, costly turnover in your own end. And we said that in the pregame. You can't afford to do that against this team. Redbirds were looking pretty good up to that point, so let's see if they can keep their focus, not let them get too down on that goal.
Tall sends it down in. Belleville with it. Back to center ice. Belleville will tip it up ahead. They throw one behind the net. Thompson over to get it. Thompson gets a sandwich. Belleville resetting in their own zone as Hubert gets it to Reed behind the net. Hubert comes out from behind. Tries to cut through the middle. Clark pokes that away. Hubert able to get it back. Ball breaks it up. Belleville offsides. And we're going to have a whistle. And Hubert's going to go to the box for some extracurriculars.
Yeah, he was doing quite a bit of extra stick work over there at the other end away from the play. But another thing too, Chris, is if the Redbirds can find a way without Keller Jacobs tonight to get your defenseman a little bit more involved in the offense, that's one thing that tall Ethan does so very well. Try to get him involved in the offense a little bit in this game. Let him lead the rush when he gets the opportunity.
Matthews on the draw. Centered in front, nobody home, and Redbirds reset. Clark over to Tall. Tall will dump it down in. Thompson chases after it. Puck comes free, ripped around the boards. Tall keeps it in at the blue line. Tall back and forth. He'll backhand it down low. Matthews back to get it. He'll retrieve it. Oh, he tried to find Clark in front, but that was broken up. And here comes Belleville back the other way. They'll put on the brakes, cut right in front. Jokic to save, and he'll smother it. for a stoppage at the 9:21 mark.
Well,
There in the first.
another example right there, Chris, is you got to back check. And Matthews made the pass, kind of gave up on the play. Got to back check.
Face off to the left of Jokic. Clark off the boards. Back to Morelli. Morelli goes to the far side to Clark. Clark tries to cut it through Ehlers. That hits a skate. It goes back into the Redbird end. Clark kicks it. Belleville keeps it in. Matthews over to help out. He sends it around the boards to Thompson. Thompson over to Morelli. Morelli cross ice for Clark. It bounces off his stick and sent down the ice. Jokic will leave it for Tall. Tall comes out from behind his own net. There comes Tall. Poked away. Matthews. He'll send it down in deep. They'll call icing.
Abby.
That was.
Can you plug this in?
An interesting icing call, to say the least. Is I know Matthews at least had a foot on that red line. Who knows?
No, Redbirds still a little bit of time on the man advantage here, but having a hard time just getting possession of the puck again right now.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go, and we can't even work it down into the zone. And then while you were fidgeting with the equipment, Travis, we got kind of a
Gotta help our crew chief over
we
here.
had kind of a interesting offsides call or icing call. Clark has it stolen by Reed. Reed comes in, breaks, goes back toward Jokic, gets a pad on it as it goes into the corner. Clark to Matthews. Matthews leaves it for Tall. Belleville's back at full strength. Tall. Redbirds do not even get a shot off on that power play. It comes down in low.
Pretty hapless power play, unfortunately.
Tall behind the net. Redbirds are changing the pairings as Clark had to go get it. Nobody on the near side, and Belleville will send it down the ice. Icing call on the Lancer Maroons.
Well, going back to that chance there for Belleville, we're still early in the game, but that was a huge save at this point in the game, Chris. As Jokic got over, able to get the toe on it. Then it goes off the post, able to keep it out. That was a great chance for Belleville.
Well, he is actually wearing his helmet now, so maybe that makes a difference. Who knows? As Belleville has it. I got to tell you, if Schrock would charge Jokic money every time Jokic forgot some equipment, as Belleville rips it just past the ear, and it's 2-0 Belleville.
Chris, I'll tell you exactly why that goal happened just now. Both your defensemen are all the way back here on their at the blue line. When Belleville's not even at this blue line, you have got to stay closer and pressure the puck a little bit more than that.
Yeah, they're giving them the entire neutral zone.
Yeah, so by the time Belleville enters the zone, you're already back there at the circle, so they got the whole high slot to score that goal.
Well, it's 2-0 Belleville. 7 minutes to go here in the first. Redbirds have dug a hole here early. As Belleville comes through the middle, Widman intercepts and dumps it down in. Travis, we need to get you like a John Madden Stratocaster or something up here with a pen. Something where you could diagram this out for the folks at home.
I'm on you, buddy.
That puck comes near side. Widman will dump it down in. Around the boards for Steffen. Steffen will take the body, not the puck, as the puck comes to Pollard. Pollard has it poked away. Up top, Dunham. Oh. He loses the handle. Widman back to reset. Belleville getting a change. Stevenson loses it on the far side. Belleville with it. Belleville in the middle. Taken away there by Dix.
Yeah, good heads-up play by Dix right there.
Oh, he almost had Long off the pass off the boards. But here comes Belleville back the other way. They'll rip one on. Jokic to save. 5:43 to go here in the first.
Well, that was not an easy save for Jokic, even though it looked like it had that defenseman as a screen on that shot. So good save by the goalie. Well, I can tell you, Chris, you won't be able to see the marker board on the screen here, but Mason will be able to see the marker board when we get home later.
There you go, as Belleville sends it down in. Battle along the near side. Puck comes free to Long. Here comes Long. Long dances in, tries to cut in the middle. He gets taken down. And Belleville will come back the other way. Oh, broken up by Dix. Dix was able to slip in the middle there and poke that puck away. Morelli drops it for Clark. Clark up the middle. Here comes Clark in. Clark circles around. Up top for Dix. Dix waits. Throws his whole body into that one. Gets it back. And sends it around for Matthews. Matthews, looking for Thompson in front. Finds him again. Goes wide. And bounces into the net. But I guess they've already blown the whistle. As Schubert thought he had it in his glove.
Well, Redbirds finally had something going there. Been a while since the first shift of the game. Good puck. Dix looked like he was going to take the shot, but obviously had no lane, so he waited, fell down, but stayed with it. Was able to get the puck deep, and a nice little setup in front for Thompson.
Off the draw, Morelli. His shot blocked. Belleville able to exit the zone. Here comes Belleville in. He fires one on. Jokic, another save. Near side for Thompson. Has it taken away. Reed. Taylor's shot. Another save. Dix gets to it. Off the glass. Hits Thompson. Belleville keeps it in. Belleville up top. Slapper. That goes wide. Near boards. That comes all the way through. Belleville still with possession. And they throw it back to the point and out of the zone.
Well, you got to get some players off now, Chris, as soon as your next opportunity.
Clark, right in front, Matthews. Oh, I think I hit a skate. Oh, that shot rebound came in front, but it was behind Thompson. Belleville exits the zone. 3.5 to go. To Bohart. To Tall. Over to Thompson. He loses the handle. Right in the middle. Taylor's shot. I think Jokic got a shoulder on that one. It's Tall. At least gets it out of the zone. Belleville quickly back in. Redbirds back out, but this will be an ice.
Yeah, that's actually a good icing right there, Chris. They needed a change bad. .308 to go here in the first. It's 2-0 Belleville. Let's see if you can get some of your big boys doing some bashing, Chris, and get that forecheck going at the other end.
Off the draw, Johnson. Oh, Belleville. Oh, they were walking right in, but were redirected behind the net. Belleville sends it down low. Still have possession. In the corner, puck comes behind the net. Bohart. Can't get to it. Belleville still on top of it. Throw one. Another save by Jokic. It's all around the boards. And another save by Jokic. Another save and a smother there. 2:35 to go here in the first. It's 2-0 Belleville. And some Maroons were all over them right in front. Your Redbird defenseman, you got to clear out the front of the net, but great saves there by Jokic to keep the Redbirds in this one. But down and around. Tall after it. Stephan, but Pollard. Pollard working up ahead. Behind the net. Pollard again. He goes down. Puck squirts up top to Tall. Tall fires one on. Glove saved by Schubert, as he had a clear line to that one. 2:08 to go. There in the second, or in the first, it's 2-0 Belleville.
Well, Redbirds got off to a pretty good start in this game, but Belleville started to take over there for a while. Chris, your goalies managed to keep it out of the net any more times. It could easily be 4-0 right now.
Right in front. Long battling now along the near boards. Widman and Dunham in there too. Puck squirts loose. Good work there by Long to keep it in. Back behind the net. Belleville with it. They'll send it cross ice. Broken up by Long. Over to Dunham. Poked away. Belleville off the pad of Jokic. Comes out. Long puts on the brakes at the blue line. That could have almost been offsides. As Widman gets it, dumps it down in. Belleville off the boards, not out. Stevenson tries to push it back down low. It gets past Dunham, and Belleville gets possession. A minute to go here in the first. Belleville, skates into his own player. He'll get it to Reed. Reed puts on the brakes. Trying to cut through the middle. Trying to get around Dunham. Reed fires one, goes wide as the Redbirds wouldn't let him get a clear shot. Long decides to throw it into the netting. We'll have a face-off here with 46 seconds to go in the first.
Well, like I said, this game could be 4-0 pretty easy. But the Redbirds, a little bit of a charge, a little more time in the offensive zone on the last couple of sequences here. Let's see if you can get a good shift to end this period. Get a face-off win and a quick zone exit here.
Morelli gets sandwiched. There's a shot on Jokic to save. Matthews. Tall can't get a handle on it. Clark comes to help out. He'll get to the blue line. Clark's still with it, but he's got ice cans all over him. And we'll have a offsides call here on the Redbirds. 24 seconds to go in the opening period. Belleville up 2-0.
Well, I don't think Matthews realized that Clark had brought the puck back out of the zone. But the Redbirds still a chance here to get something done offensively before the end of the period.
Here comes Belleville back the other way. Taylor's in. Rips one, pad save Jokic. Morelli behind the net. Ripped around for Thompson. Thompson off the boards to Clark. Cross ice, too far for Tall. And that will end the first period. After one, it's 2-0 Belleville. They've outshot the Redbirds 16-7. And it seems like more than that, Travis.
Yeah, it was, first couple minutes of the game, like I said, I thought the Redbirds came out with good energy. First two shifts actually did pretty well. You had a few shots on goal, a couple of really good chances. And then all of a sudden, Belleville just took over after some defensive breakdowns, a bad turnover in your own zone, and then just giving them too much time and space on the second goal. And then Jokic really took over for there, made some key saves in that period, keep the Redbirds in it. So the Redbirds, it's still a lot of game left to play, but they got their work cut out for them.
Well, that's good. Right, Travis. Still got a lot more hockey to go here.
Indeed.
Well, at least until they trim the clock on us in the third.
That's happened. We did not see that one time last year, and it's happened already 4 times this year. Unbelievable. Well, we got before the start of the period, good time to mention our sponsors again. Michael Ryan Exteriors, BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, and Off the Beaten Path Automotive. We thank you to them and everybody else who is sponsored for us this year. Always a big help.
Clark, Matthews, Thompson on for the Redbirds to start the second with Tall and Morelli on defense. And comes Belleville in. Reed with it. And going to have a penalty here on Belleville as Icecamp will go to the box for a cross check. Power play for the Redbirds coming up.
Well, Clark was ready for that one. You could hear him down there saying thank you. And Belleville getting a little too chippy with the stick at the other end, but Redbirds struggled on that first power play. Let's see if they can get a little bit more going this time.
Clark, same lineup out there for the Redbirds, and Belleville wins it off the draw. Ehlers fires it from center ice right on save Jokic, and then he'll cover it. 13:42 to go here in the second. 1:52 to go in the power play here for the Redbirds. But they're going to have to work it out of their zone now. Be Clark against Reed on the draw. In the corner, Tall. Puck comes in front. Jokic pokes that away. Clark sends it up. Has it taken away by Ehlers. Clark gets it back. In the corner, Reed now for Belleville takes it. Thompson slaps it away, but here we are again.
Yeah.
Belleville maintaining ozone pressure on the Redbird power play.
The
Here
net
comes
did you a
Clark.
favor right there.
Thompson dumps it down into the corner, and you just look, Redbirds look a little befuddled. They're not all on the same page. Here's Matthews, rips one high. Puck comes loose. Belleville rips it off the glass. That's going to go right on net. Jokic has to. Did they finally blow the whistle?
Yeah, I think I heard a whistle.
I couldn't hear a whistle. Good Lord.
I think this linesman over here blew it. But yeah, what a clear. That was a good hard clearing attempt right there. But right before that, Redbirds had a great chance right in the slot. Matthews was able to find the puck right there in the middle of the ice, took the shot, just missed the net.
Off the face-off. Clark out of the zone. Clark works in, fires it off a boot, gets the rebound. Thompson down to Clark. Bouncing puck, my God. It's bouncing like a racquetball in front of the net.
More like ping
Clark
pong.
gets it back. He gets hooked and rips it. Oh, baby. Hayden Clark got hooked and still ripped it over the shoulder of Struberg. And that cuts the lead in half here on the power play. It's 2-1 Belleville.
Well, things were looking much the same like the last power play, but Clark says not this time. What a play right there, just to get himself in a position to get that shot off. And as hard as it was, perfectly placed shot. That's a huge goal for the Redbirds.
Johnson, Stephen Pollard on for the Redbirds. Back down in, Tall after it. Up to the near side. Belleville keeps it in. Quick shot deflected. In front and that's a momentum shift there as Belleville quickly gets a 3-1 lead. Right back is a deflection in front. I'm not sure if that was, well, judging by the reaction, I'm not too sure it was off a Belleville player, Travis.
Yeah, you saw a lot of heads
Redbirds
stuck
kind
down
of, yeah, that might have been off of our own guys.
But leading up to that, it's all about puck movement. Belleville was moving the puck very quickly in the Redbird zone. The Redbirds just didn't have a defense for it.
On goal, Redbirds. Oh, Dunham coming in. Behind the net again. Belleville with pressure again. Right away is Widman finds Dunham. Dunham loses the puck. Widman in there trying to poke away. Belleville comes away with it. They'll send it back down low. Woodman to the near boards. Not out. Belleville looking at center in front. Right on. Jokic to save. Still loose in front. Stevenson off the far boards to Davis, and Davis sends it down the ice. Long in a foot race. Long still after him. Good Lord. They went around the net about 108 miles an hour. And Hubert and Long, they're still going back and forth. Another save by Jokic. Big slapper. My God. I don't even know how Jokic was able to get in front of that one, as that was whistling towards the net at almost 8 MPHs.
Well, you turn down the speed a little bit. And, right before that, though, great save by Jokic as that puck found its way to the back door, and he had to get the toe out to make the save. Belleville was moving with speed once again to the offensive zone. The Redbirds was just having a hard time getting the puck out of the zone.
There we go, off the draw again. Belleville, another possession. Center in front, Reed. His shot blocked by Widman. Clark around the inboards. He'll find Matthews. Matthews has plenty of time. He'll find Thompson. Here comes Thompson in. Off the boards, into the corner. Belleville sends it around. Clark over there with Thompson. Belleville will get possession, and they'll break out. Here comes Icecant and Reed, 2-on-1. Drop to Reed. Reed back to Icecant. Oh, and he can't get a shot off as Stevenson ties him up. Clark off the boards and out. Right down. Struberg will play it up. Here comes Icecant again. His shot goes wide. Tall. Far side for Thompson. Not out. Bohart finds Matthews, who finds Thompson. Over to Clark. Clark right in the middle. His shot blocked. That Belleville player's going to have to go out. They holding their midsection. Here comes Belleville back the other way. Belleville 4-on-2 into the zone. Buck in the corner, Tall and Clark. Buck comes free. Reed has it for Belleville. Throw it up top for Hubert. Hubert goes around two. Redbirds cuts in, tries to go back door.
Oh, nice
Bohart is there with the stick to knock that out of the danger zone as Clark picks it back up. Clark finds Thompson. Thompson to Tall. Tall rips one into the bread basket. Struberg will freeze that. No rebound. 8:57 to go in the second. It's 3-1 Belleville.
Well, big difference between the two teams in this period in particular. Chris, Belleville finding the back doors, making good passes in the zone, good quick passes. Redbirds have got to get some puck movement going.
A knuckler from Bohart at the point. Struberg had to make a blocker save on that. Now Clark, he's fired up. He throws it up high. Rebound was covered by Struberg. For another stoppage. 8:43 to go in the second.
Well, Clark tried to take it in his own hands, get the Redbirds the goal back, but had Matthews on the back door right there.
Bohart and Tall on defense. Matthews, Clark, Thompson up front. Matthews, quick shot, hits a skate. Oh, Thompson unloads a howitzer that just missed. Thompson gets it back. He'll send it over to Clark. Clark tries to send it around back to Thompson. Thompson. Oh, intercepted by Belleville. They send it up top. Bohart keeps it in. Finds Matthews. Matthews, Thompson. Thompson falls down. Belleville will get it. They fake a pass and then send it up the far side. Poked that by Tall. Belleville in. Tries to make a move around Bohart, and Bohart shuts that door again. Belleville with it. They'll work back into the zone. Belleville circling behind the net. Into the corner. That's Brown with it. Back in front to Brown. Up top, Hubert. He'll wind up.
Yeah,
Fire and a glove save by Jokic.
That's a great save by Jokic and a timely save as well. That line had been out there forever, Chris. They were getting gassed. Probably safe to say Redbirds may have caught a break there. Belleville had some pretty fresh legs on the ice, and you had your line out there for every bit of 2 minutes.
Off the boards now. Morelli tries to send it out. Reed keeps it in for Belleville. Johnson finds the puck. He'll get it to Steffen. Off his stick, Belleville keeps it in, throws it at the net, but doesn't make it through traffic. Back the other way. Belleville up the far side. Ehlers finds Reed. Reed one-on-one. Nope, ice can't comes in with Morelli. Shot.
What a
save. Jokic off the 2-on-1. Dick's behind the net. He'll flip it over for Steffen. Can't clear. Reed keeps it in for Belleville. Morelli with it now. Morelli will try to clear it out. That's kept in at the blue line, but that'll be a hand pass on Belleville as it came off the Belleville player's hand and right to his teammate. Good call there by the official.
Well, Chris, this game's becoming very reminiscent of what happened at the McKendree Iceplex last time we played this team. Redbirds dumping pucks a lot of one and dones right now. You can tell they're kind of on their heels. Need to try to just keep those feet moving, get that puck moving.
Off the draw, Belleville keeps it in the zone. It comes around for Dix. He tries to find Davis. Davis tied up. He's lost his stick. He's still battling. Belleville player goes down.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get called for that.
Oh, that puck goes through Bill. Davis is going to get a penalty.
Yeah, that could be a 2-10. We'll see.
Davis lost his stick, so he went full football mode. See what the call is. It'll be an elbow here on Davis.
Well, it was the Redbirds may have caught a break on that because a little bit of a high hit. Of course, the Belleville player had his knees bent, but like potential head contact there. But either way, it's a penalty on the Redbirds.
Power play for Belleville. The Redbirds win the draw, and Clark will send it down the ice. Struberg has to play it. Hubert picks it up behind his own net. Lost it in front. Clark makes one move. Finds an opening. Oh, just high. Oh, Clark almost with the shorty. Back the other way we go. Comes Belleville. They try and tip it on. Jokic gets a blocker on it. That was dangerous as Reed up top. Back to Reed. He'll come up the near side. Right in the middle. Try to go back door. No shot available. They'll send it back to the point. Belleville working the puck around. It glances off the stick of Reed. Tall gets there for the Redbirds, and he'll send it the length of the ice.
Yeah, that's a good job by Tall right there, just to get himself to pressure that puck.
Behind the net. Belleville works their way out. Altman in. He'll drop pass. Shot on. Save Jokic. Rebound. And a whistle. He'll smother that. 56 seconds still to go in this power play for Belleville.
Well, and that puck had actually dropped right behind Jokic. Good job by Clark to keep that puck in his pads. And Redbirds just missing a shorty at the other end. Chris Clark had a good look at the net after stealing the puck there right at just inside the blue line. Got himself in the high slot, just missed the net.
Off the draw, Belleville with it. They'll send it up top. Hubert over to the near side, or far side rather. Try to go back door to Brown. He didn't like it. He'll send it down low. Puck comes around the inboards. Bohart is over there, and Bohart gets it out again. Bohart has been pretty solid here so far this period as it comes back down the other way. Matthews reaching for it. Belleville has it. Still got 20 seconds to go in the man advantage for Belleville as that's broken up by Clark. Belleville back in. They'll go behind the net. Run it back behind again. Looking for a lane in the front that's not there. They'll send it across ice, back door. Brown save Jokic. Behind the net, Tall. Near side, Brown again. Right in front. That doesn't go anywhere. Shot from the point. Redirected.
Now, good kill there by the Redbirds.
Flicked back down in by Belleville. Bohart. That gets batted away, and Belleville will get to it. Huber tries to send it around. Matthews can't keep it in. Here comes Belleville back the other way. Drop pass. Redbirds just can't get to it. Finally, Clark gets there. Oh, he takes a knee.
They're going to call it.
Stevenson back to get to it.
Oh. Had Matthews
Right up in front. Matthews still in front. Clark. Saved by Belleville. They'll touch it. And power play coming up here for the Redbirds.
Oh, Chris, next goal in this game is going to be a huge one. Redbirds could really use another power play goal. Clark getting the power play goal earlier in the period. Let's see if they can get it done.
Got a timeout on the ice. Let's hear from our sponsors.
Yes, indeed.
We're waiting for Derek Tall to get those video packages put together for the sponsors.
That would be great. Well, we've got, well, shoot, if I can find them here, Chris. There we go. BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, Michael Ryan Exteriors, and Off the Beaten Path Automotive. Well, again, a big power play here for the Redbirds. Clark getting the goal on the last one. See if you can find a way to get some pucks to the net.
Clark, Matthews, and Thompson. Off the draw, Tall with it. Tall up top, looking for an opening. Throws it in front. Oh, Redbirds can't get a stick on it. And Belleville will send it out, and they just dump it down the ice. Oh, that was, they've been paying attention. They might have had a breakaway there. As here comes Tall. Over to Clark. That's broken up. Thompson goes flying.
Thompson got involved in a, kind of got spun around there.
Back to Tall. Tall puts on the brakes. He'll dance around behind the net. Here comes Tall. Cutting through the middle. Tall still with it. Thompson down again.
Tall got tripped up on his way in there. I think wanted a penalty. Not going to get it this time.
And Belleville sends it down the ice. Morelli will get it. Minute 5 to go here in the man advantage for the Redbirds. Morelli has it poked away. And Belleville now, oh, just under the stick of Reed. Jokic comes out. Big time pass down there, but it bounces over to the stick of Morelli. Belleville back the other way. They're trying the home run shot here, and it's going to pay off one of these times. Here comes Clark. Clark, oh, trying to find Matthews, but it's broken up by the Belleville defense. And here comes Belleville again. 30 seconds to go in the Redbird power play. Fires one, blocked by Morelli. Back to center ice. Belleville will shovel it down in. 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Tall with it. Tall cuts through the middle of the ice. Into the zone. Tall. Still with it. 5 seconds left in the man advantage. Tall to Clark. Back to Tall. Clark cuts in front, tries to go forward, back in, wrap around. Stopped by Belleville. They're back at full strength. Morelli at the point. Ice can't takes it from Morelli, and he's off to the races. He comes in, shoots. Jokic a save on the breakaway from Ice can't. Right it all in front. Jokic again robs Belleville with the glove. Oh, baby. 52.5 seconds left to go. And it's still 3-1.
Well, he got robbed twice. What saves right now. Jokic keeping the Redbirds in this game. Redbirds with a chance at the other end, but they were completely gassed. That line had been out there the entire power play. Then got kind of stuck. And Jokic saves the day.
Belleville with it. They'll dump it down in front. That tip goes wide. Into the corner. Back the other way we go. Behind the net. Belleville with it. Belleville still with the handle on it. Centering effort. Loose puck. Finally comes to Stefan. He'll flip it down the ice. Icing call on the Redbirds. 22 seconds to go in the second. Redbirds fought to get that out, and then they iced it.
Yeah, Stefan looked up at the bench and knew his coach wasn't happy with him on that one.
Johnson on the draw. Redbirds get out of the zone. Stefan's on his horse now. Right on Hubert. Hubert makes a move. He'll go past Pollard. He'll go past Johnson. And then he'll go in offsides. 10 seconds to go here in the second.
Well, Redbirds need to get a breather. Try to get through the rest of the second period. See if he can win a face-off. Get the puck down at the other end. But another tough period here for the Redbirds. 1 goal apiece for each team.
Johnson off the draw. He wins it to Stevenson, and Stevenson sends it down in. Another icing call on the Redbirds.
Well, and you can hear the yelling again from the bench.
Four and a half seconds to go. Second period. 3-1 Belleville. Redbirds win the draw again, and then a whiff on the last second attempt there from Hubert. And that's how the second period will end, with Belleville up 3-1. They've outshot the Redbirds 37-16.
Yeah, Jokic has really kept the Redbirds in the game. Once again, we saw that at the game at McKendree. That was only a 4-1 game, but the Redbirds were outshot like 46-16 in that game or something like that. So Redbirds just have to do the simple things, Chris. They're still turning the puck over quite a bit. They're still giving Belleville too much room. And the other thing is, too, you got to shorten the shifts up a little bit. Redbirds are getting gassed quite a bit out there at this point in the game. Once again, we'll give a little shout out to our sponsors for tonight's game, whom we very much appreciate. Michael Ryan Exteriors, BK's Lawn Care and Landscaping, and Off the Beaten Path Automotive. Many sponsors this year, and we appreciate every single one of them. Well, the Redbirds still with a chance, down by 2 here, Chris. Next goal in the game is going to be astronomical. You can find a way, get yourself a goal to get it within 1. There's always a chance.
Here we go. It's Dunham on with Davis and Long. Belleville wins the draw. They'll throw it in the middle. And Icecamp throws it down in. Dix after. Puck comes free. Belleville still with it. Tries the center. Dunham gets a stick on. Comes right in front. Jokic, poke save. Backdoor Jokic, and he can't get to that one as Belleville buries it. It's 4-1 Belleville now. Still a lot of hockey left to play, but you have dug yourself a hole. You're the Redbirds.
Yeah, that's a great pass right there, right in the back door. As the Redbirds had both kind of gone over that side of the net, left a guy wide open on the other side. Nice job by the Belleville player. I believe that was Ehlers, to get that puck over there on the other side.
Off the draw, here comes Belleville again. They'll slip past Dix. In the corner, centered right in front. Ehlers just all day long. There's a blocker save by Jokic. Over to Clark. Clark, he'll dump it down in. Matthews in pursuit. Belleville behind the net. Puck squirts free. Thompson reaches for it, can't get to it. Then Reed misplays it. Thompson gets it back. But quickly back the other way, the puck goes. Morelli will go across ice, hits the Belleville player. Luckily, Dix is there. He gets it to Matthews. Matthews battling, but can't get through the Belleville players. Ehlers will come in again. Toe drag, shot, Jokic, another save.
Redbirds catch a break. They turn it over again inside their own blue line, but the puck able to bounce out somehow. He was sticking to more heavy metal music last night, Chris.
Well, you know, maybe he's paying licensing fees or something on these songs. Who knows? Battle along the boards.
Redbirds need some pump-up music at this point.
Bohart sends it up for Thompson. Belleville still with it. Right in front, back in. Jokic a save, and then the smother again. Woo!
Well, Jokic doing his thing once again. Another great save in front. That's the third time he's robbed that kid.
Off the draw. Another shot. Turned away. Bohart off the near side. Morelli just pushes it over in the corner. Thompson in there. I think that's the only check the Redbirds have done all game.
Yeah, there have not been many in this game at all. Redbirds are going to get a power play here, Chris.
I like the kid who's a foot and a half taller than Bohart talking crap.
The kid quite a bit smaller than he is.
But Bohart didn't go down.
No. No, but you're right, Chris. The Redbirds have just lost their physical game, too, in this one. And
it wasn't here.
No.
It wasn't here from the start, Travis. And
No.
that's something you and I have touched on here lately. And I mean, that has been the one constant in this streak the Redbirds have been on here. It's in these games they have lost, that's the one thing that's been the same.
No doubt about it.
Throughout all those games.
No doubt about it.
Clark
It's
up
always
to
when they're
Tall.
trailing in games, too.
Tall sends it down low. And Belleville out of the zone. Foot race back as Reed's on his horse trying to get past Tall. Reed's going to get it. He'll drop pass right in front. Oh, hits crossbar. Slapper from the point. That's stopped by Morelli. Over to Thompson. Clark tries to cut through the middle. He'll backhand it far side for Matthews. Matthews across the blue line. Over to Tall. Tall behind the net for Thompson. Thompson. He gets upended. And Belleville around the boards. Kept in up top by Morelli. Morelli goes over for Tall. He wasn't there. He'll come back and get it. Tall from the point. Shot on. Deflection in front. And Belleville able to clear. Morelli back to get it. He'll cut in front. Find Matthews to Thompson. It's off his stick. And then Belleville will dump it in. Less than a minute to go in the power play.
Matthews had the right idea with that quick puck movement. Unfortunately, just didn't quite connect with Thompson on that one.
Here comes Clark. Clark's got real estate. He'll just waltz in and put on the Jets into the corner. He'll stop again. Cross ice for Tall. Tall didn't have the back door. He'll come up top. Trying to create an opening. Tall trying to create space. Throws it in front. Tip. And Thompson scores!
Well,
What a setup from Tall. And he finds Thompson in front with a pretty tip. And the power play goal. And the Redbirds are back within two.
well, that was a beauty right there. Perfectly placed shot by Tall. Excellent stick placement there by Thompson in front. That's the kind of goal that you needed right there, Chris. Redbirds back in it once again. Still a big uphill climb, but game is not over yet.
Johnson Pollard, Steffen. Over the near side. Belleville with it. That's off a stick, and it'll come back to Widman. Widman will send it down in. Behind the net, Steffen pokes at it. Johnson along the far side. Johnson with a little bump. Belleville has possession. They'll break out. There comes Belleville. Trying to dance around Stevenson. It's Reed. Batted around. Johnson off the boards. Not out. Stevenson still after him. Belleville with it. Stevenson now getting that body in there. He'll get it. Reach around. Slap it off the boards. Pollard with a little bump.
That's the physicality you needed right
Widman
there.
around and out of the zone. See, just not even a heavy hit, just that little
Just
bump
a hit.
allowed Widman to get that puck out of the zone.
No doubt about it.
Into the corner, Pollard. To Johnson. Johnson up top to Widman. Widman winds one up. Blocker save, loose in front. And Belleville pokes it out. Now they've got numbers the other way. Here comes Belleville back in. Ice can't. Oh, shot on. Yoger save, rebound. Still loose in front. Belleville can't get the shot off. My God, Johnson all over the ice. Johnson was flopping everywhere. And he helped keep that one out. Widman after it. Baylors will get there first. He tries to circle around in front. Widman with a nice block as Dunham gets to the puck, but Belleville keeps it in. Rolling puck behind the net to Widman. Widman over for Davis. He watches it go by. Belleville shot on. Rebound in front and a goal.
You got to find a way to get that puck out of the zone right there.
Redbirds fail to clear, and it cost them. It's now 5-2 Belleville on their 50th shot of the game.
Yeah, after such hard work to keep the puck out of the net, then you allow that to happen right on your doorstep. It's unfortunate. But I think you just waited a little bit too long in this game to start your physical play, Chris. The Redbirds were starting to knock some bodies around a little bit. It doesn't have to, it's not a big vicious body check like you said. It's just bumping guys off the puck. Keep them off balance.
Go hard around for Thompson. Belleville keeps in. I gotta check my 50-50. I don't think I won, Travis.
No, shoot.
Another shot on, and Jokic makes the save.
That's maybe
At least I'm assuming, because I wasn't watching. I was checking my ticket.
Well, I was hoping you'd have a little birthday luck going for you today. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
I see Joe Hayden incognito.
That was Mo Spaded. That wasn't, I don't know who you're talking about. Buck into the corner, Belleville with it. Back around the other way. Tall bodies him up. It comes to Morelli. The Tall off the boards, not out. Belleville keeps in, throws at the net. That's poked aside. In the corner now, Clark around the boards for Tall. Tall. He gains the red line, dumps it down in. Thompson gets down after it. Thompson behind the net. Over for Matthews, up top for Tall. Tall throws one high, bouncing in front, still loose. Finally, a whistle is blown. That official needs a stronger whistle, Travis.
Yeah, it's
Barely
pretty
hear
weak.
that thing.
He was blowing on it several times before the Redbirds stopped hacking, but good job by the Redbirds crashing the net.
Oh, he's calling it out again.
I'll let
Let
you
me
hear it
double
again.
check. 797-547. I'm not even close. I think he picked that way before I even bought my number.
I didn't.
That
I
puck
think
bouncing
they gave
in
you a
front.
purple. It
Oh,
was red.
just goes wide. And back out to center ice. Tall over to Bohart. To Thompson. They'll chip it to the near side. Thompson still battling. Puck comes in the middle. Belleville back the other way. They'll slip it down in. the corner. Oh, baby. The Belleville player tries to check Tall.
Oh,
and
boy.
Tall is nicknamed the Wall for a reason. As good Lord, he went flying off of Tall. Then Tall tries to center, hits a skate. Clark back to Tall. Matthews in front. Oh, and then he got his stick lifted right as Tall sent the pass in. Back the other way, Belleville. And Hubert lines one up, glove save, Jokic. 5:50 to go in this one. Belleville's up 5-2.
53 shots on goal. We knew Jokic was going to have his work cut out for him tonight. He's been up to the task. He's been peppered.
Johnson on the draw. Puck comes free. Belleville waiting. They'll circle behind the net. Oh, Reed takes a shot from Morelli. They'll jaw jack back and forth. Belleville centers through the middle. Nobody home. Steffen chips it up out of there. Oh, that puck may die. They wave it off. Hubert off the boards. Belleville tries to come back the other way, but that pass misses. Dix up ahead. Looking for Pollard. They're going to say Pollard was off. We got a whistle. They're going to say an icing call. The back judge there said icing. The front judge was yelling offsides.
Well, it took them a while to get it figured out, and neither team wanted to touch the puck there.
Belleville wins the draw. Hubert throws it high above net, bounces out in front. Steffen there looking for Johnson. That chips up ahead. Pollard just out of his reach. On the boards, Belleville will send it back into their own zone. 5 minutes to go in this one. Belleville killing a little clock, and then they'll send it down. Morelli after it. The officials wave off that ice. So Morelli has to chip it over for Dix. Dix gets rowed down. Over on the near corner. Dix is in there just poking and away at that puck. It comes free. Belleville with it. Hubert up top tries to send it down in. That deflects wide. Johnson tries to go off the boards. Belleville, that shot hits a stick wide. Belleville still with it. He'll circle in front. That shot doesn't make it through traffic, and Jokic will smother it in front. 4:20 to go here in the third.
Well, Redbirds, once again, it's still a big uphill climb, but Jokic continues to be solid in net, keeping your team in it as best he can.
It's going to be Dunham on the draw. He's on with Davis and Long. They'll wave Brown out of the circle. Dunham wins it back. Stevenson. He'll bring it behind his own net. Stevenson high off the glass, not out. Oh, Dunham with a big one.
Oh, they're going to call him for that.
Oh. Then the Belleville player comes after him. Redbirds grabbed on
You
him.
get your butt whipped right there. Yeah, good luck taking on Dunham.
Well, that negates the power play for the.
That was a big
Belleville
hit there,
player.
Chris. But honestly, I didn't see anything unclean about it. The puck was still right there. It wasn't a high hit.
It looks like
calling
Zyle, I
for
believe that
charging?
is, for Belleville has been ejected.
He went in as the third man, trying to pick a fight. It looks like.
And to Dunham's credit, all he did was push him away from him.
Yeah.
He did
Yeah.
not engage.
Refs are waving somebody over here trying to figure.
Morelli and Hubert will come and talk to the officials.
I'd have to go back and look at that hit, but it just looked like a good, hard, solid
He
hit.
might
to
have
me,
had
but
the hands high.
maybe a little
I'm
bit.
Sure it's probably what the call is. I didn't see what they said.
Maybe a charging.
We know Dunham's in the box. Zile's been ejected.
And they're showing the thumb, so I wonder if Dunham's been ejected as well. They're saying 5-on-5.
He's saying 5-on-5, but off the draw, Matthews reaches for it, but Belleville will dump it down in. I'm not sure exactly what they call there. Travis, we'll just continue to play on. Dunham's in the box. It's a 5-on-5. Zile has been ejected by Belleville. They try to go back door, broken up by Tall. Then a shot in the middle. I don't know if that got tipped or not, but it finds its way into the back of the net. And it's 6-2 Belleville.
Well, again, Redbirds just struggling to find the puck right there, and Belleville just moved the puck so well again tonight, Chris, and the Redbirds had been on their heels quite a bit. So just try to dig in as much as you can the last 3:48 of this game and see what you can salvage here.
It'll be Clark, Thompson, and Matthews. Belleville sends it down in, right on net. Dix will pick it up. Behind the net, Dix is after it. Belleville from a bad angle. That doesn't make it through. And then thrown into the bench. 3:27 to go. Off the draw, Redbirds send it around and out of play. And now Ice Camp's going to go to the box.
Some of the body checks giving the Redbird faithful some student section to give them something to cheer about down there, but Redbirds on the scoreboard. Huge hill to climb, but you get another power play here, which still confused about what happened. Like Chris, weren't the Redbirds on the power play before Dunham's hit?
You're asking me to remember back that far, Travis. I have no idea. But Morelli, pass intercepted, breakaway. Turnover by Morelli leads to a short-handed breakaway. And it's 7-2 Belleville.
Well, no doubt things have unraveled here. And again, Redbirds just need to try to dig in here for the last 3 minutes of the game. 57-21 the shot, so much is the same as what you had last time you played Belleville. It's a very good team.
Here we go. Clark on the draw. And here comes Belleville into the zone again. Remember, Redbird's still on the power play for another minute 40. Clark behind the net. Clark puts on the brakes. Clark will spinorama, come through the middle. There comes Clark in. Cuts around, goes behind the net, still with it. Up top to Stevenson. He tries to throw it in. Didn't have a lot on it. Belleville takes it. That's broken up. Here comes Thompson. He tries to find Clark. Gets the puck back. Thompson in. He tries to work down low. Behind the net. Clark comes to assist. He'll come away with it. Clark puts on the brakes. He gets dumped over. Belleville sends it out of the zone. Widman over to Bohart. Bohart finds Thompson. Thompson tries to send it in. Hits a Belleville player. And they come back the other way. 30 seconds to go in the Redbird power play. Reed can't get around Widman. Belleville still with possession. Thompson. He gets bumped off the puck. And Belleville will send it down in for Bohart. Around, past Widman, finds Matthews. Matthews to Thompson. Up for Clark, it'll bounce in. Belleville back at full strength here in about a second and a half. We've got 1:20 to go in the game. Back the other way, it's too far. Pollard will send it back to Tall. Tall's pass goes off a stick, foot race again. Belleville will get to it centered, but Widman knocks it out of there. Good work there by Widman as he sends it up to Matthews. Matthews cutting through the middle. Matthews will get the blue line and dump it in. Pollard will saunter after the puck. Gets it behind the net. Johnson digging, loose puck. Oh, comes on the back door there. Matthews couldn't get a stick on it. 35 to go. Oh, that bounces over the stick of Widman. He'll get to it, send it up to Johnson. Johnson tries to dance around. Pollard. His shot hits a boot. Pollard gets to it. He'll come around. Pollard. He'll dump it in the corner. Johnson tries to get there. Belleville gets there first, 10 seconds to go. And then they'll flip it down the length of the ice. 5 seconds left. That'll effectively end this one. Redbirds fall 7-2 on home ice here to Belleville tonight, Travis.
Well, you definitely can't blame your goaltender on this one. Jokic made some key saves, keep the Redbirds in the game for a long time, and things just kind of unraveled there. I mean, Belleville had dominated the play most of the game, Chris, but things really unraveled there about the last 5 to 7 minutes of the game. And Redbirds hang in there. They were within 2 goals for a majority of the game. So, you know, just a tough team you're going up against here. Then you're without a key player, 2 key players going up against them. So just a tall order for the Redbirds tonight.
A tall order indeed. As Redbirds get outshot 57-21 and fall here 7-2. Well, that's it for Varsity for the week.
Breath.
It's back to the drawing board for them as we'll celebrate Thanksgiving. We hope everybody at home has a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll be back in action.
Next game Saturday for the JV team, but for Varsity, not till next Monday, and then you only have one game next week as well. So
that's right. It's a little lull in the schedule, and maybe that's going to be beneficial to these Redbirds to maybe heal up a little bit.
That would be good.
As like I said, we've got injuries and just maybe some tired legs here as we head into the Thanksgiving break. So we wish everybody at home a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you later.